Okay, hello guys, we are back with another video on this Vampire Diaries series, review series, and we are here with a season ranking of all 8 seasons of the Vampire Diaries, and I'm gonna already tell you, I don't know if I have hot takes, but people are gonna be mad at me, because everyone has their favorite season, and I think that that's what's so great about television and this fan base. But let's please be respectful in the comments if we disagree or whatnot, because we all have our own opinions and enjoyment and own experiences with each season. Now, season 1, the start of it all, 2009 kind of vibe, vampires. This is kind of harsh. I'm never really that harsh, but season 1 was kind of intriguing to start. I really I didn't care for the Elena-Stefan relationship as much. It was just kind of there. I didn't care about Caroline, Tyler, Matt, Jeremy, Bonnie. I really didn't care in the entire first season. I really watched it for Stefan and Damon because I actually did care. I was more about Stefan and Damon. Alaric, when he came in, I liked, and then I liked the plot as well. Kind of, it was kind of interesting drama to me, and I enjoyed it. But I will say it is one of the weakest seasons, if not the weakest season for me in my experience. Okay, I changed forgettable to all right because none of these seasons are forgettable. Honestly, I'm gonna put season 1 in all right, the new tier I made. It's all right. It's all right, and I think it's better on a rewatch, on my rewatch that I've just done. But it's all right. Now, season 2, the originals are introduced. Season 2, episode 8, but it starts with the whole Catherine coming back thing. We get Elijah kind of as a villain until we learn more about him, and then we get the introduction of Klaus and the ritual and whatnot. And those last 5 episodes are really exciting. I'd say Catherine's introduction's exciting. But all in all, in the middle, in between, it's kind of just building up. And at this point, I still didn't love the characters. They didn't really focus on them as much, and I didn't necessarily care about the relationships yet. As a whole, I'm gonna put season 2 as decent. Okay, now we're on season 3, which for me is the first season that I really enjoyed the show, where I actually did care about Bonnie and Caroline and Elena. Elena, we can talk about that in the characters here list. She was pretty annoying, in my opinion. I did not enjoy her character, but everyone else I kind of got attached to. Maybe not Tyler, but I enjoyed the characters for once, which was different than the first 2 seasons, and the story got really good with the introduction of Michael Narducky, who was main writer on the originals, worked on a lot of these episodes. We got the originals backstory, some Klaus and Stefan action, and just Klaus in general being the main focus of the show. And this is a really, really strong season for the show. I'm going to put it in great. I'm only going to put the best season in amazing, just so we know. But great's the next tier, and great is pretty great. Now, season 4, I got to be honest, the first half of season 4, my next rewatches I'm going to skip. I'm going to start skipping it. It's too hard to watch because it makes it, for one, it's not very great. The whole vibe and everything. The only kind of antagonist is Connor, who's the hunter, the Brotherhood of the Five. They make excuses for why they can't beat him, and it's really just the most dramatic the show ever is in its 8-season run, where everyone is like at odds with each other, everyone in this core group, and it kind of makes me feel ugly and uneasy the first half of the season. Like, everyone's just so hateful of each other, and there's all this drama, and I don't love it. But the second half of season 4, when we get away from that, we go find the cure, we get the Silas introduction. It actually gets really, really good. Like, I'd say even better than like the last half of season 3. But in actuality, season 4 is that first half makes it go down a little bit, but it is a strong season, and I think I enjoyed it more than season 2, but not as much as season 3. So I will put it in front of season 2 at decent. Now season 5, the mess of a season in the Vampire Diaries, the actual mess. They had just gotten the spin-off originals. The network got the originals, and they were also trying to write the Vampire Diaries, and it was just a mess with Silas and Katsia and the Travelers, as well as like Catherine dying but then taking over Elena's body. And it's just, when you look back on the season, there's not that much structure or coherence. It's just kind of all this going on, and I think it suffers a little bit from that, but that doesn't take away from the enjoyability of the season. Now the season as a whole, like I said, from a writing standpoint, is definitely a mess, but I did enjoy the characters. Except the Elena Damon drama was a little much this season, of Damon saying, "I'm bad for you," and then them breaking up and getting back together, and yeah, it was just a little much season 5. It was a little, what's the word? Forced. But season 5, even with all that, I enjoyed it on every rewatch. I actually enjoyed myself, and I think that's what matters. Now I'm probably gonna put it at decent, but if I think about it, if I would rather watch the second half of season 4 or all of season 5, I would rather watch the second half of season 4. But if you told me watch all of season 4 or all of season 5, I'd rather watch all of season 5. That's what's a little bit debatable here, but I'm gonna go season 5 above season 4 indecent. Now season 6, I'm just gonna say it, this is the elite season of the Vampire Diaries. This is the strongest the writing gets. This is the most that I actually loved all these characters. Even Elena was not annoying this season. I loved everyone's stories. The emotion with Liz's whole cancer story. Kai is obviously a great villain and was kind of a breath of fresh air from the villains we'd been getting. And he really was a standout in the season, of course. But I love the relationships. Stefan and Caroline. I loved Damon and Elena in here. I loved Bonnie and Damon and their connection. I loved the whole prison worlds thing and finding the Gemini Coven, the merge, all that. There's only 3 episodes I can think of that I actually skipped on my last rewatch, just because I remember not liking them a lot the first 2 times. Were episodes 16, 17, and 18, which is the episodes right after Carolina turned off her humanity, and she, I don't know, just goes on a binge, and then at the same time Stefan and Damon's mom comes back, and those episodes just are really bad episodes in a strong season. But every other episode, especially the ending and that first 15 episodes, are really good and just peak the Vampire Diaries. I really enjoyed my time with season 6 a lot. So this is the first amazing season, and the only one. Now season 7, we're gonna talk about this. I think this gets too much hate. I will start off by saying that season 7 followed the best season of the show, so people get a little too I don't know, hateful toward it. But honestly, if this was like the first season, I don't think people would care as much. Or if it was after season 1, I don't know, I don't think they'd care as much. But the 7th season isn't the strongest. I said the last 2, the writing got a little less engaging and dramatic. I don't know about dramatic. The quality fell off a little bit these last 2 seasons. But season 7 is similar to season 5, where the quality fell off, but I enjoyed myself. There's some really good episodes in there. Season 7, episode 10, I believe it is, Hell is Other People, where Damon goes into the stone and confronts his past and has to kind of repeat the same day. That's a really well written episode. Season 7, episode 17, I Went to the Woods, is a really good episode for Stefan and Damon's relationship, and I think it's really well done. And the last 2 episodes of the season are really, really fun and engaging as well. And we also get the Bonnie and Enzo relationship, and the Alaric Caroline relationship was BS, and the Stefan and Caroline like splitting up and being mad at each other was also bad. The Huntress was pretty cool, Reina, but not used enough, I guess. Wasn't like one of my favorite villains at all. But season 7 as a whole is kind of a little lackluster mess, but I still love some episodes and just was still on the ride with these characters. And I think it's better than the first season. I think it's better than the second season, but it's not better than the 4th season. So let's stick season 7 there. Now season 8. It's quite possibly the biggest fumble of a setup that was so exciting. The season 7 finale ended with me literally, the only ending for an entire episode. I mean, the show's amazing, but the season 7 ending literally had me clapping like uncontrollably. I didn't even consciously tell myself to. I just unconsciously clapped out of excitement for how season 7 ended. It was really well directed, and it left off this cliffhanger that this evil monster that has been locked away in the armory has taken control of Enzo and Damon, and it's like this being that's been locked away. And the season 8 premiere was really good. It was exciting. It was like, oh, this monster is like insane. In this supernatural world, their final adversary is going to be something like evil incarnate. And it was really scary and dark, the premiere. And I was so hyped for this final season. And then the next episode, we reveal that this monster turns into a really annoying woman named Sybil, who just hums and removes Damon's memories. And then the rest of the episodes weren't like dark anymore, and it was kind of like, okay, that was a good setup, and now you ruined it. And those like first 8 episodes of the season are really bad. Like the first 7 are really just not enjoyable. Like even season 1 episodes are better than that. Episode 8 is pretty good. I enjoyed it. We see how far basic humanity will go when given the right tools, when they compel or kind of manipulate that one girl at the hospital that reminds Damon of Elena. And then that's the episode Ian Somerhalder directed, and that episode's pretty good. Episode 9, we get Damon to kind of separate from Sybil and get his memories back, and repicture the dance from season 1, which was also pretty good. Episode 10 is one of the best in the series, with a lot happening. Damon gets in his head, confronts his past again, and Stefan and Damon like tell each other they love each other for once. Bonnie reads Damon's letter, and season 8 episode 10 is a solid episode. And then from then all the way to the series finale, it's actually really, really solid, like even better than season 7, those episodes. And I guess we have to talk about the series finale, which is kind of 2 episodes. The one before it, which is We're Planning a June Wedding, and then the series finale, I Was Feeling Epic. Those are really well done episodes, and obviously great ending to the series, and we have to take that in consideration with the final season. But as a whole, like the first half's really bad, the second half's actually pretty good, and we're left with that situation again. It's season 8 or season 1 that's the worst season of the show, and I'm just trying to decide here. Now, I'm not gonna put anything in awful. This show's not awful by any means. Honestly, I'm sorry, season 8. You're the worst season of the show, behind season 1 in all right. Could have had a better final season, but they ended the show well with the final half, which is really good. But okay, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. we'll have 3 more review episodes coming out this week, and then the originals and legacy. So see you there. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.